So I'm sure you've all seen the news by now that Destiny 2 is ending support and going into maintenance mode. Haven't done a Destiny related video in a very long time, but just, I don't know, giving my thoughts on the situation as a Destiny fan and as somebody who's made Destiny content for a while. Might be a longer video than usual. I'll throw on some old Destiny gameplay for old time's sake. So I've never spoken about the business side of gaming on this channel, but I do follow it very, very closely and keep up with everything. And it's bad. It's real bad. We are looking at a reality where Bungie might not exist in a year or two. I'm gonna start with the community reactions because I've seen that there are a lot of people blaming this on Marathon. And this isn't Marathon's fault. And I'm not saying that just because I like the game. Did it help put a nail in the coffin? Yes. It took some resources away from Destiny, but that's not entirely Marathon's fault. Destiny players, let's call a spade a spade. Destiny has been fucking up and fumbling and making bad choices for a while now, and it kept eroding player trust and driving them away. But ultimately, the death of Destiny is on Pete Parsons and the upper management at Bungie because they mismanaged the hell out of the studio. The other thing I'm seeing going around is a petition to make Destiny 3 and rallying everybody to log into the game in June to boost player numbers, all in an attempt to show Sony that there's interest in Destiny 3 and to get it greenlit. I'm gonna be honest, unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna do anything because the articles that have come out said they pitched Destiny 3 since around the time of Lightfall and it was rejected. So it's not really an interest issue. They said it was too expensive to make. That was 2 years ago. It's been pitched more than once. Around that time, we were hearing rumors of Destiny Payback, which was the codename for Destiny 3. I kind of expected Destiny to die, but I thought that would have happened after Final Shape. You know, they were going to do this and put Destiny in maintenance mode and then ramp up production on Destiny 3 because it makes the most sense. Destiny 2 was a sinking ship, and Final Shape felt like, you know, the conclusion. There was still a lot of story to tell with the Zevo Wrath and that whole storyline, but I kind of just assumed they would save that for Destiny 3. On one hand, I loosely understand Sony's position. They got baited into buying an overvalued $3 billion company with a large franchise and cash cow like Destiny and a bunch of projects that were in incubation. To finally acquire them and then realize it was low-key a scam because Destiny is on the decline and only one of those incubated projects made it to launch, which is Marathon, but not without a lot of controversy. It has great reviews, but low player counts. I actually made a video about it if you want to click that up there and go check it out. So thinking about it from a business standpoint, I get Sony's hesitation to not want to invest in Destiny 3 and spend even more money when Bungie's only two products aren't really doing well, and Sony's at $700 million in impairment losses because of it. So I understand their position, but I disagree. I think not greenlighting Destiny 3 is a huge mistake. Apart from it being too expensive, they said nobody's making MMOs like that and the market isn't favorable to live service games right now. Again, heavily disagree. These, like, what they're saying doesn't make any sense. There are some franchises that are so big, they can ignore what the market is doing. When FPS games were no longer the thing to make, Call of Duty and Battlefield were still dropping. Their fans showed up. Open world games stopped trending. When Rockstar drops, everybody shows up. The Battle Royale trend ended years ago. Elden Ring put out Night Ring last year. Guess what? Their fans showed up. Nobody wants MMO looter shooters right now. Borderlands 4 dropped last year. After a 5-year break, their fans showed up. Division just broke its Steam player count records like 2 months ago. If you make Destiny 3, niggas will show up. What the fuck are we talking about right now? My bad, sorry, that rant was not a part of the script. To be honest, I'm not even that mad about Destiny dying. I just really hate when companies make bad business decisions. I mentally detached from Destiny years ago. I love the game and wanted Bungie to get their shit together, but it's like that wasn't happening. So this news is hitting me at like a 2 out of 10 on the pain scale right now. Plus, I play a lot of games, you know. I got Marathon now, so Season 2's next week. That looks pretty good. Division 2 new season just dropped. Another big update coming later this year. Plus, Division 3 is in development, so, you know, I'll be alright. Damn, I just realized this video is about Destiny dying. People mad and crying, and I'm here talking about all the games I play, getting updates. My bad, y'all. This video is so fucking unserious. But let's let's continue. Where was I? All right. So, I get that Sony's probably pissed at Bungie, But here's where the confusion begins for me, because there were several outcomes here, but killing Destiny is the most baffling option. It's a cash cow. It'll print money. It has a large and loyal fan base. In the case of Sony, they've been trying to do this live service strategy that has all but failed. Helldivers is their only successful live service game. Concord failed. Marathon isn't pulling in a lot of numbers. Destiny's on decline. That new Horizon MMO isn't out yet, and we've heard nothing about Fair Games since its announcement years ago. So the studio that they bought that's really good at live service games is telling them a sequel is the best option right now to right the wrongs of the past game, and bring in a new set of players, and Sony's just like, no. So I don't know, like what was the plan here? Then in terms of Bungie, if Destiny 3 was rejected so many times and they were forced to stick with Destiny 2, why didn't they pivot their focus to saving Destiny instead of just making more content and proceeding like normal when player numbers were declining for the past 2 years? I kind of wish more games did the same thing that Rainbow Six Siege did when the player numbers were not doing that well in year 2. If you've never played Rainbow Six Siege, in year 2, the game was in a bad spot. Content was great, but the game itself, it had a lot of issues, and they launched something called Operation Health. They basically said there's not going to be any new content for the next 3 months. It's gonna suck, but it'll be for the betterment of the game. They implemented nothing but quality life updates, bug fixes, added player requested features. They did that over an entire season. So yeah, that was the focus for 3 months, and it definitely was worth it in hindsight. I think Helldivers 2 is currently doing the same thing right now, and the game feels better for it. They optimized it and cut the game file size down by like 50%. I think this is what Destiny needed to do. It was a sinking ship, but it was salvageable. Might not have been easy, but it was still fixable. Destiny was killing itself from both ends. A lot of us have thousands of hours, but I don't know if you long-term players are aware just how bad the new player experience is. It's hard to get into Destiny. You log in as a new player and you just get hit with a bunch of random cutscenes and sales banners, and then they just, leave you there in orbit. So unless you have a friend to help guide you in the game, it's really confusing. Their onboarding is terrible, and the other side of it is the barrier to entry for Destiny is too expensive and confusing with all the DLCs and different stuff that you can buy. It's like getting into iRacing. I would know because I'm doing that right now. I made a guide a couple years ago helping new players by explaining what the different DLCs give them and which ones to buy. I did not expect that video to blow up the way it did, but it was surprising just seeing how many new people were so confused when trying to get into the game. So they couldn't get new players, and on the opposite end, they kept losing the long-term loyal players because Bungie does not listen to player feedback. They say, we hear you, and then proceed to do whatever they want. As somebody that plays their competitors' games, I have thousands of hours in the big 3 looter shooters: Warframe, Division, and Destiny. I actually went back to playing Division 2 when I stopped playing Destiny. Warframe and Division 2 blow Destiny out of the water in a lot of areas. Quality of life, game mechanics and features, they're great. They also had the same issues Destiny had, but they actually have competent management. They spent years reworking the new player experience and onboarding. Unlike Destiny, you don't need Google or to find a YouTube video as a new player in those games. Warframe created entire quests and missions with the purpose of teaching you how to use its systems, and the same thing with Division. You learn by just simply playing the campaign. And they listen to player feedback on what makes the game feel good and what doesn't. This is ultimately what led to me enjoying Destiny less and less until I stopped playing. Warframe knows what it wants to be, Division knows what it wants to be. Destiny just keeps changing and adjusting the sandbox. It doesn't matter if it feels good one season or not. I feel like they just started changing shit for the sake of doing so sometimes. Like removing the director. Who asked for that? I miss my elemental wells in the War of Mine cells. I kind of always hated the new mod system change, but yeah. But most importantly, Warframe and Division, you can play the entire story from day 1 to the new content that's out today. That's years of content still available. You can't start Destiny today and get invested in the story and its characters, which is unfortunate because it's really, really good. Years of story is just gone or vaulted. I don't have the same attachment to Cade as many of you because my introduction to Destiny was the mission where Cade dies. Yeah, I started playing 2 seasons before Beyond Light. Now I understand why everybody loves Cade, but like I've had to spend a lot of time watching Bife's videos to like catch up on the lore when I first started. So yeah, it's just the same. A lot of people are sad or angry. For me, I don't really know how to describe the feeling because I haven't been playing Destiny for like 2 years. But I still actively like kept up with what's going on in Destiny. I still followed all the Destiny accounts and Twitter, and I would read the twabs every week. It's like I stopped playing, but not because I was no longer interested. I just didn't like the decisions being made, but I never uninstalled it. It was more like I would return if they gave me a reason to. And I think a lot of other players share that same sentiment. It's actually very unfortunate that the very last patch is one that I would have returned for. That June patch actually looks really good. That would have been the one to make me come back and check out the game again. Destiny's social factor is unlike anything else in the looter shooter space. Doing raids and dungeons, it's casual PvE, so it's easy to meet people. So, you know, talking in VC and just running around the tower at 3 a.m. There's the meme accounts. The community it made was great, and I loved making content for the game. So yeah, I will miss that. But lastly, this is, I know, not what the fans want to hear, but if there is to be any future Destiny games or content, it will have to come from the success of Marathon, as this is now their only product. I'm not telling you to go buy Marathon, but bare minimum, I need people to not do stupid shit like go and downvote the game on Steam. The already low player count numbers and extremely negative public sentiment, that will kill Bungie, which in turn will kill Destiny for good. They're adding PvE to the game. I don't know if this will help, but I'll leave that for a different video. So yeah, what are your thoughts on the situation? You can leave them in the comments down below. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.